Hello everyone, Sandra here with more of my Shadow of the Erdtree first playthrough. Um, just starting up the game here as I usually do, because I can't play it until I've started it up. I like to start the OBS recording. It's just a more convenient thing for me to start the OBS recording before I start the game. So, a couple of things. A couple of important things. That I'm going to check as soon as the game loads. So this is where we left off in front of what I can only assume is the final boss fight. I think I know where the last one of these, or what I assume is the last one of these, is located. Because I was watching Dan Jones, more of his first playthrough stream. And as should be unsurprising to people, when I watch other people play stuff, they stumble across things that I missed. So Playframe also found another little area inside Belarus that I kind of want to go to, but real quiet up here, isn't it? Let's go see if I can find that first. But also, there's a fly village that has a revered spirit ash that I did not find. So I'm guessing that's where that is. That said, because we're not going to be in final boss territory, I am going to swap to another armor set. You know what? Let's just put on the full Gravebird armor set. I think I have that now. Eh? Oh yeah, dry leaf robe. The gold necklace, sun-faded and lightly soiled travel attire worn by clergymen. The gold necklace found under the breast belongs to a group of spiritual seekers known as the Dryleaf Sect. This sect rejects dependence on others in all matters of faith, seeking self-discipline and self-sufficiency above all else. That's cool. Where's my feathers at? There they are. I don't actually know where these are. There's Mesmer's gauntlets. Ascetics, wrist guards. Gravebird bracelets. It's Mesmer's greaves, Freya's. Can't be that. Yes. Unfaded and lightly silk travel attire worn by clergymen. Boots made of sturdy leather. Where is... Here, they are Gravebird anklets. That is a heck of an armor set. We'll go with it for a bit. I've got strong Chozo vibes from that headpiece. Let me tell you what. Swap that over to something different as well, just because why not? I need to put some stuff away, don't I? Yeah. Let's just go with that. Okay. So this requires me... Actually, I probably wanted to be at a higher up spot. Oh. Yeah, small private altar. I think that's where I want to go from. Because it's the area just beyond where you kind of drop down. It's near there, so... Oh, hi. Wow, that did a lot of damage to him. Part of why I'm coming here... Yeah, the glowy eyes meant that that guy was worth a ton. But part of what I'm looking for here is... I know this leads to another... Scotty tree fragment. There we go. Let's swap a few things around as well. I want this one. Yeah, let's just go ahead and leave that on for the moment. There's a bunch of interesting talismans, though. I tend to use the ones that I find most straightforward, but... Yes, it's over this way. And then over here. We're going to be fighting a lot of flymen in the next little bit here. Yeah, you can see it over there. It's just some thin beast bones. But this is rather notable because this right here is where Mikla abandoned here my arm Sinistral. So this is his left hand. Sinistral is where we get like Sinister from. That's the left hand. And this is a dried bouquet. I'll go ahead and read this. I do already know what it does. It's a talisman. Need to go far enough to get to talismans. A quaint bouquet of dried flowers offered to a small grave raises attack power when a spirit you have summoned dies. The sorrow that flows from the untimely demise of a loved one is a tenderness shared by all, regardless of birthplace. And this just leads back down to this swampy area that I already explored. So, but I wanted to grab that. There's a couple of other things of note. It was right here where the note about the monk came from. I was just watching, again, that Dan Jones, because I'm Dan Jones, VOD. And so the note about to the east is from here. So I imagine it could be more Thruins. I'm not 100% sure what to interpret from that, but that is the direction that it is. The spot that I need to go to here is, though, from there. Let's just go from here. The Fly Village is along here somewhere. And that's where I think the last revered spirit Ash be. There's a bunch of flies along here, so... Now, I did go along here, but it's... once I get to the other side... and kind of on the... it turns back. Maybe not ideal to have this be at nighttime. Or I don't worry about you. Well, that one has glowy eyes. That one clearly needs to be worried about. Yeah, that's almost 10 grand. I think I've not been over there, have I? I think I see an item down by the sheep. Just gonna put a treasure marker over there. Okay, that leads down in one particular way. So I do want to come back for that at some point in time. Oh, there's a lot of glowy eyes today. Okay, so downstream is good enough for that. Hang on. Did I shoot that already? Well, there's an item down there now. So I'm going to want to go back for that. Sure, fly mold, sure. I think it's right here. Whoa, hello. This area sucks. Okay, I'm going to adjust my flask. That spot really sucks. What do I do about that spot? Okay. Step 1 is adjusting my flask. I think this is very good for certain circumstances. Also, I want to warp to river downstream. Ideally, I would find at least one more Erdtree fragment as well. And I want to get Putrescence Vortex up, or Vortex of Putrescence. Because I may want to cast that in that scenario of too many friggin' things. Yeah, this doesn't do as much damage as I would like to the flies, but it does have a very useful Ash of War. I was in a very bad position there. The problem is there's so many friggin' flies that you get boxed in. So that creates a big problem. Actually use the Wing of Estel here. And this might also be good. Actually, I like the idea of the spear. Okay. I know where I'm trying to go. Please stop puking at me. It's very unpleasant. So you can see how I missed this in my previous haste through the area. It's just kind of a hidden turn up. This has very good range on it, which is very nice. And here's what we're here for, although I do want to explore the area a little bit more. Let's just see what other things may be here. I forgot how that Ash of War worked for a moment there, and then I remembered, but it's too late. I got a lot of Silverhorn Tenders. I don't know, each time I pick one of those up, I think of chicken tenders. And, like, this is tender as in, like, food, not... Or tender as in currency, not tender as in food, but like, that's where my brain goes. So, you know, there's that. Okay, there's... Oh. Okay, that's a few... Yep. I am quite impressed with the Vortex of Putrescence. Oh, that's a healing buff. Some sort of fly sorcerer. Good rune is good. Manfly Ashes. I like how that's plural. Aha. And a Golden Horn Tender, of which I also have quite a few of. I mean, they're worth 1,000 runes apiece, which is not nothing by any means, but I'll probably find more use out of them as a consumable. Now the question is, can I go from here? Obviously, I can go down here. Does this go all the way? Not really, no. Although, yeah, it does look like it goes over to this item. Moldmonger's Bell Bearing. Interesting. I wonder what that contains. Yeah, I want to get up there. Well, I was able to get up here. Yeah, doesn't feel likely. I'll just go up to that higher spot and come back down. And this led over to where that fight was with the katana person. One moment. Ah, boy. I'm looking forward to a day when I don't have this mucus problem. I don't know when that'll be, but I'm looking forward to it. Okay, let's go to that loot area I saw. Most of today will probably be attempts at the final boss, but... Okay, I can now bring this up to 10. Yeah, cannot be empowered any further. That's what I thought. I don't have 3 blessings yet. If that does not go to 20, I will be surprised. I'm not sure where the remaining, however many of those there are. But even just getting that to upgrade my Mimic Tier's potency a little bit further, I think will help a good bit. I'm going to try to say a good deal and a good bit and kind of smush them together, and that wasn't going to work. Good beal. Good beal there. Everybody loves a good beal. I am feeling my visibility is... Oh. Huh. Okay. Now that I see that second grace leads over to here, you know, I can note that for the future. Yeah, I don't think I came over here, it would appear. Fly mold. Got a lot of fly mold. Alright, actually, speaking of... summons remains in which spirits yet dwell. Uses summon the spirits of 3 man-flies. 2 of the man-flies attack foes from the air, while the third spits poison from the rear. Afflicted Hornsent eventually metamorphosed into a fly-like form. It is believed that the moment the transformation took place, they were relieved from their suffering. Interesting. Got a bell bearing. Okay. Yeah. The bell bearing of a Hornsent moldmonger who did not survive the war. And that lets you buy unlimited fly mold for... I'm going to be honest, I'm not sure what you craft that uses it. Offhand. I believe it's some form of jar. What would be nice would be unlimited furnace visages, but they're exceedingly rare to find. Fly mold is used, okay, in hefty rot pots. Yeah, and hefty fly pot. I mean, that makes sense. I don't know where else it would be. And in the hefty poison pot. It's used in a few of these hefty pots. I like this one that's just, I don't know, we just stuck some rocks in a pot and called it good. That one amuses me. That's ritual pots, not hefty. You can also make these spirit stones. Ah, you just use Embers of Mesmer. Really important to me, because I am a stickler for this sort of thing. The double S means that it's soft, not a Z sound, so it's not mesmer, like the Guild Wars 1 profession, it's mesmer. He doesn't mesmerize you, he mesmerizes you. Burb. I am very curious what happens if you use the iris, the black iris on those characters. I'm definitely way tankier thanks to all of my Shadow Realm blessing levels. Do those reset on New Game Plus? What is this? I should find my center under the cascading waters. Okay. That's an interesting thing to have there. Somewhere around here, I should be able to find a monk. Right? That's east of here. So down in that waterfall makes a certain degree of sense. This is the spot that I saw to drop down to. Dry leaf seal. I did find dry leaf armors. Wait, seal would be a finger seal. Boosts Mikla's incantations. Sacred seal of the spiritual seekers known as the Dry Leaf Sect enhances incantations of Mikla. Those who saw the decline of the Erdtree and the fallen leaves long ago braced themselves for the weakening of order and embraced a strict faith, and then they made to serve a new god. Interesting. Very interesting. Huh. I wonder how good that is. This is certainly not worth using on this character, to be clear, but that's a long fall, but yeah, that's what I thought. There's an item over there. Oh. That explains it. There's also this round rock. He's a fly that fell off. Yes. There's the monk. Where is the... I am attempting to find an emote in my emote list here. Yes, slimes. Okay, where is... Here it is. Well, I don't know if there was an NPC here that is not here now, or what. Because this is where I found the dry leaf set. It gives you this emote when it gives you the note. And I think that's where I found the dry leaf set. I wonder if you performed that emote in front of Dane, if you would have gotten something different. I'm definitely missing something in terms of the Ash of War. But that's something that I might need to look up later. Bit perplexing. I wish I had a better way of fighting those furnace golems, but I don't feel like I have a great one. I mean, there's also the question of where could I be missing Scotty tree fragments? Let's go to this. I still don't know what to do with St. Trina. That's still also an absolute mystery to me. I want the golden epitaph over here. I do recall thinking that it felt like there were multiple paths down here, some of which I did not take. Actually, looking at my rune count, how much do I need for a level? Yeah, roughly 80 grand more. Get to 60 arcane. Okay, I think I'm going to spend these on upgrade stones, as I am wont to do. But I would like to upgrade the Uchi and yeah, I'm at 2. I need one more. I'm gonna grab a Lord Sworn straight sword for upgrading. I've tried those and I wasn't too impressed by it when I tried it, but that does require me to two-hand it. But I don't intrinsically mind that. And maybe that could be fun. I'm just pulling out some weapons to upgrade at some point. Yeah, Serpent Flail. That one was a bit clunky seeming. I guess technically I can wield this. I'll pull that out. Bunch of colossal weapons that I'm not going to be making use of. I do like me a scythe. Okay, I do want to put away that I'm not going to use, and I got an extra one of those to put away. Okay. I'm going to get 24 of those, and 23 of those, and 20 of these, and 22. Okay, that used up 200 grand real fast. Okay, I want to go, like I said, back into the fissure and see if I can't find a couple more paths here. It's very possible that there's something here that will help me with this whole St. Trina mystery. I'd like to get that figured out. I mean, that helps with my lower stone counts, so I certainly do not mind. Am not entirely sure where all of the, like, this feels like an alternate path areas were coming down here. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to get around. That's right. There are some flowers or something over here, and yeah, not really super clear about how you're supposed to get to them. Man, those things were annoying. Oh, want explodey balls. You make no sense, sir. Ruin fragments? No, these guys drop congealed putrescence. Interesting. Or have a chance to, anyway. Maybe there weren't quite as many routes around here as I was thinking, or maybe some more of those alternate routes were higher up? I don't remember. I'll keep poking along a little bit further, but... My turn. Some more good upgrade stones that'll help me in my efforts. These guys are definitely annoying. Yeah, no, stop, whirly dude. I don't need you whirling at me. Ow. Yeah, and then that brings me to this grace, which I feel like I did a decent job of exploring from. I went down there, I went up that way. They kind of linked together eventually. The Garden of Deep Purple and St. Trina. I still don't know what to do with St. Trina. That is still an absolute mystery. I'm going to go back up here and see if there felt like there was anything more going on up here. I didn't really see that painting. It was apparently an illusory wall. I think I popped it early with something I did. Well, I mean, there's obviously an area off there to the right that I haven't gone to because there's an item over there. What more obvious indication of haven't gone this way do I need than item I didn't pick up? I mean, that makes a good degree of sense. Cool. I mean, I do like this fork. I'm quite happy with it as a weapon. It does all of the stabby pokey things that I'm wanting a weapon to do. Okay, well, this is not good view, I suppose. I think I went through all of that already, though. What am I looking at down there? Well, don't know, because that doesn't tilt far enough. That looks like a shiny, right? I'm not delusional. There wasn't, as it turns out, very much along this side path. What's the way forward from here? I did get down there somehow. That somehow has become a real head scratcher. Over that way. Love a glass shard. Do not actually love a glass shard. It's not especially useful. Anything, I rather dislike a glass shard on account of its general lack of utility. Oh, that just loops around over here. Well, how do I actually get down then? Is there something over here that goes down? Oh, was there a fall here? Yeah, intentional fall. Just an intentional fall I forgot about, that's all. Couple deep purple lilies. Those are welcome. Surprised I remembered the intentional fall, but here we are. Hello. Okay, that problem has been addressed. I don't think there was a thing down here I didn't hunt already, but I obviously missed that one area. These guys look a little bit like Dredge. I guess it's because it's a large mole man. Oh, okay. Kindly Mikla, I see you've thrown away something you should not have under any circumstances. How will you salvation offer to those who cannot be saved when you cannot even save your other self? A very interesting question. Abandon here, my love. And that all the way back down. Okay. I kind of feel like I found here kind of what I expected to find here. Or rather, that I'm not going to find here anything more than what I have found here. What I do really want, and I said this already, but what I do really want is another Erdtree fragment. There should be, according to my expectations, around 6 left. Well, now I have an extra one of that. Those, 22 of those, 22 of those, 3 of those. A scythe, maybe. Let's go with the Lord's Sword. I might have enough runes for both of these. It is a lot of levels of stuff to invest in, though. Yeah. I need 4 more levels, so that's going to be 1250 times 4 would be 6,000, so I probably need about 8 grand. Let's just sell those and... Okay, I needed less than I thought I did, but... Yeah, those are very marginal benefits. Okay, you I kind of wanted to put on... Is this the one? Ghost Flame Call. I do like cold here. Keen would also be reasonable. There's a lot of different things I can go on this one. I want to try to find one of the newer... Yes, we'll go with that one. I might make this keen. Hold. I don't really feel like I need that. I'm gonna go with keen on that. There. Okay, I'm gonna go up to that chalice just to see if there's anything more that I can notice there relative to previous times, just because I've gotten further. I don't know what one would do here. I don't know what one would do with St. Trina. Actually. Yeah. That is absolutely the same Ash of War as is on the Death Poker. Cool that they made it its own Ash of War, though. I really want to know what this structure is. Because this is quite imposing. But it's just a large structure that, as far as I can tell, has no purpose. In terms of gameplay, at any rate. There's the Scadutree Chalice, which exists here with some leaves in the bottom. Not really a whole lot to say about it. There was a bunch of Scadutree fragments around it. I do recall that. I might take some more stabs at that boss soon. The thing is, I don't want to spend like too much time just grinding the boss because that is tedious after a little while. Like, I kind of want some breathers. So, I mean, I could have started the stream off by doing some attempts and then taking a break to go do the other things that I've been doing, but yeah, I don't know. This is just a massive structure. But what purpose it serves is a mystery to me. I mean, it certainly serves the purpose of it being a landmark, but I do wonder if there's more in that keep that I'm missing. It wouldn't surprise me. It's just so massive and multi-layered. But I'm also not sure what I would do to go about attempting to discern that, you know? And that area is just the battlefield with Gaius. I don't know. I kind of also just want to beat it because I feel a little bit like my game is kept captive by recording the playthrough. So if I wanted to just do like random stuff or play a different character or whatever, it feels a bit awkward just in case I find something. That spear was reflecting in such a way that I thought it was a shiny, and it was, in fact, just a spear. I find that kind of funny. I do kind of wonder if I missed something over this way. I like that one a lot. That one's very cool. Did I go over this way more? I'm just seeing this bear here and making me wonder how much I explored over this general direction. Okay, I'm aggroed on something. Those are not ordinary bears. Ow. Now, yep, not ordinary bears. I don't think I went over here. I'm going to do that. Oops, spilled a little water. Not like on my computer or anything, just next to it. Let's go to the hinterland bonfire. I have a water cup next to me, so that which spilt forth a little bit as I picked it up to drink from it during something there. That's a little premature, but I wanted to make sure I had it going. Some overkill. I'm okay with that. These things are not a joke. They're stronger than the average bear. What I am strongly suspecting that there's another boss bear somewhere out here that has some sort of clawing bear attack. Oh, some gold fireflies. Those are fairly rare crafting material. Okay, what's up this way now? Regular bears. You guys are like halfway to rune bears. They're nowhere near as dangerous as a full rune bear or anything like that. They're also not nothing. Well, that did not prove particularly elucidating. That's a treetop, not a person. Yeah, I'm really curious about the whole monk thing. I don't know that I have good answers. Again, I saw that you get the monk thing here. Dane hangs out right here beforehand, but I never used the emote in front of him. So I don't know if that would have done anything different if I had. it's too late now for any of that sort of thing, at any rate. It's quite possible I've missed the monk thing. That's okay. That sort of thing will happen. It just never crossed my mind to try, so. Oh. Where might? I don't know. I'm gonna go check that one kindred that was all bundled, like curled up. Like, it might be possible to defeat those guys when they're like bending over to do a big attack. I never did fight that. One big advantage of Ancient Death Rancor is you don't actually have to be facing your target to peg them with it. This is where the imbued sword key spot was. That's right. Ah, 9 smithing stone 8s. That is a heck of a reward. That is extremely valuable. Yeah, and there's a spot where I went in there and all sorts of stuff. Okay. I don't think that spot helps me in particular. Some glint slab fireflies. I feel like those are a little bit easier to find than glint stone ones. It's a bit wonky, but here we are. Yeah, and this is where the imbued sword key warp the ruins of Rao lower area is. I was wanting to try to find that again at one point in time. Good to remember that it's the structure right over here. I was actually wanting to head north, though. That's some rata fruit. Bunch of rata fruit in there. It's a man and his dog. Mounted knight. I don't think this guy's guarding anything of particular note. Yeah, there's a grace over there. I've definitely been in this area quite a bit. That's the cathedral. The fact that this This one is apparently sleeping. Makes me wonder. Isn't it up here? Or is it up there? I wonder if Forger Brood vanished when or when I killed Moore. Yeah, because I had the thing here. More mysteries abound. Well, let's not worry about these things overly much. Might be time to take another stab at that boss. What was... Ah, Blessed Bone Shard. Yeah, when did those start appearing? Because I don't feel like I remember them when I first was playing. How peculiar. Oh, utterly peculiar. I know somewhere in these woods there's another Madsman's cookbook. Which ones do I have again? That's Frenzied. Yeah, so 2 is out there. I don't know what it has, but... Finger Weaver's cookbook, 1. I definitely do not have very many of the Forger Brood cookbooks. I don't have 4. That's fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna go do something with these runes, reconfigure my flask back to the bubble. The bubble. I had another blood fork to put away. That's good. I'm wondering if I missed something somewhere with that, just due to some of the ordering in which I've done things. Let's...
I see.
Put some levels in these manfly ashes. Cool. That makes me think they're not super strong. Didn't cost very much to do that. I don't friggin' know. I'll just buy 6 smithing stone 1s and call it a day. Okay. I definitely want the Great Shield one. I had Opaline, but I am considering just using this instead. Okay, let's get the tree armor back on. Yeah, better holy damage resist on that stuff. Crucible Greaves. Okay, that'll do. That'll do. I'm wondering if you take that one scroll to Freya instead if she goes on and is your companion here. That strikes me as likely. If I struggle too much more, I might see about upgrading a different shield. So I just get some runes and then... that blocks better. Yep, here he goes into the air. Okay. Oh, phase 2 music suddenly cut in. That was the grab. I'm almost positive of that. Man, that is such a cool spell. I don't know what I was supposed to do about that. That was extremely relentless. I'm not saying that there wasn't something for me to do about it. I'm just saying I don't know what. 16 strength does mean... because originally this character was at 14 strength and I bumped her up to 16 to be able to use something or another. So I could get the brass shield upgraded, which I'm not sure where that would be with weight. But I can always drop this staff if I need the additional weightage. The stability on it would be higher, which would help, I believe, in terms of its like numbers and stuff. Like, I know higher stability would help, but okay. It's using Golden Vow. That was a pretty long-lasting bubble. I love that he gets a Bloodfire line there. As a nod to Moog. Wow. Okay, my Mimic Deer has gotten absolutely chewed the crap up this run. This does not bode well. That combo is just so long. I don't think magic is the way to go here, but I wanted to try a little bit, maybe. I kind of want... okay, this might be stupid, but... I kind of want to craft some sleep pots. And see how that would work. Do I even have the recipe? Yeah, right here. I can make 8. was this one again? Yeah. There they are. Like a lullaby or quagmire. It's light purple haze, irresistibly draws the victims into sleep. Dreams. Not necessarily something for me to use, but something for the Mimic to potentially use. I kind of don't expect it to work, but... I'll try throwing one. I'm going to go out on a limb and say he doesn't exactly sleep easy. Okay. Sleep pot's probably not worth. I mean, not like bad to try. Maybe. Actually, this is an idea. I can make like 5 of these. Sleep pots. Yeah. Rot pots instead. I don't know. That's some supplies. I'm trying to figure out things I can potentially equip the Mimic tier with that might help. So. Since it doesn't actually cost me anything to any charges if my Mimic tier is using them. Did I get my heal off? No. But this is a good early start to this phase. Hi. Ah, great. We've got the meteor. Holy crap! That deals just an astronomical amount of damage. Okay. That's... Getting to meteor phase is hard enough on its own. I still don't know yet what to do about it. Okay, that rot pot was good. Ow. Boy, I can't wait for this guy to show up in the randomizers. I'm really looking forward to what like Zero Hit League and Bingo Brawlers and stuff like that is going to do, or like how that's going to be affected by these. It's such a crapshoot. Man, that whirlwind thing. Oh man, we've had a terrible start. Well, that made it a lot better. Okay, I have an idea. It's a really silly idea called, what if I only equip the Mimic with items I want it to use? I'm going to pull a bunch of chaff off. In other words. Yeah, it's going to kill me. I don't know what to do about that. I simply do not know what to do about that. And also, when it switches phases, it cleanses itself of conditions, which is not ideal. It's weird that I'm, like, trying to do equipment loadouts. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is make hefty fly pots. I'm going to make a couple hefty fly pots. I'm going to get rid of those things. I'll leave the uplifting aromatic because that's extremely useful. I need to sort this to be neater because it bothers me. Okay. Then a hefty fly pot. And then uplifting aromatic. I feel like I'm speaking into the microphone weirdly. Too many consumables, can't find the one I'm looking for. Okay. There, that's cleaned up. So hopefully the Mimic will use rot pots, fly pots, and uplifting aromatics. I like having the turtle talisman there. But those hefty pots are very strong. Well. What do you do about that? It feels like you have to just... He sucks you in and then you have to roll away. Okay, getting underneath him there is really good. That is more than halved. I never got a chance to use my flask in there. Pulls out another giant pot to throw at him. Something else I'm considering using is shield grease. I can probably make more. Or I might not be able to, because I might not have the recipe. There's a recipe book for it, but I'd have to go figure out where that is. Something that I have only 4 of is not a very good long-term strategy. Where the heck is anything? Let's just top off here. I needed to sidestep that. I was going backwards instead. I feel like at this point, I'm kind of playing A, to kind of learn the fight a little bit more, and B, to get lucky. Okay, that didn't quite work. I want to see somebody do a friggin' Scarlet Aeonia should one-shot this guy, because that would be really funny. Oh. Stop talking to my mimic. Part of the problem here is he spams so many AoEs here, and he's so flighty that it's difficult to figure out when to get hits in. Just as much as it's extremely difficult to figure out when to get heals in. Man. Yeah, it's so hard to... Oh, my Mimic was dead in there. It's so hard to figure out how to... Yeah, it's that evasion. The evasion is just really, really difficult. I'm going to try, with this new strategy, try bringing in... Ansbach again. Just because it seems reasonable. I'm mostly going for a let's get blood damage off on him anyway. Nope, get away from that. I'm beginning to... Wow. Ansbach is getting absolutely wrecked here. Heh. Well, that helped me tank that. Oh, that was excellent. Looks like we might need some more of those, but... Honestly, I think it's... With this strategy, I think it's good to have Ansbach in here. I think I might also... Okay, let's... Before I start running upstairs, can I equip... That puts me in a heavy load immediately. Okay. If I say I'm not casting spells, which is accurate. Which was this? Oh yeah, Freya's Greatsword. Yeah, I'm not using this. I need to put that away. Yeah, it's still medium. I want to check... So that drops it to 50. I could have it be blood and rot. I kind of want poison, though, on it. I kind of want the Mimic to be applying poison. Shriek of Sorrow. Poison on it. Could be kind of interesting. This might be a terrible idea, to be clear, but I think it's worth trying out. The more conditions I can kind of be inflicting here, the better, as far as I'm concerned. Especially in that second phase, having damage over time ticks would be very useful. Well, I don't think that was a bad plan so much as I got caught up in a move that one-shot me, basically. Issue. Okay, I like this general idea. I'm not really worrying about magic here for this fight. This does not feel like a fight where magic is viable, if I'm being quite blunt about it. Part of what I'm wondering is if I should be trying to save my Flask of Wondrous Physic for the latter part, but that had multiple hits. The the falling. Man, that is such a long combo. Like, I can survive that if I'm at high enough HP, but I just was not. Well, I saw my HP recover. Nope, back up. What was that? Yeah, giving the Mimic Tier the damage buff scream doesn't seem like the worst plan. Okay. This is such a... such a challenging fight. Alright, we have... Divine Explosion. Man, some of those combos are just like... just so much happening all at once. It's really hard to know what to do about them. This is a very, very, very hard boss fight. I legit don't know that this is harder than Millennia, but if it's not, like, this to me is, like, at least the second hardest boss fight in the game. Just for me personally. If it's not the hardest. Millennia is extremely difficult as well. But this guy is way splashier. I'm waiting longer than I need to before going in. But he's way splashier. Has a lot more like AoEs and long combos. Oh. Okay, sure. Yeah, that could have been a Blood Flame slash. I don't like fighting right by the door either. But that first phase tends to end up that way. You know it's been a bad run when my runes are right there. Oh, I forgot to give my Mimic the poker. That's okay. I don't even know what was happening right there. Holy crap, that one-shot me. Okay. I don't think it matters too much. A little bit of a waste of a flask.
General Radon. A pleasure. But those remains do not belong to me. Lord Mo will have.
Where are the rocks going? Okay, at those two. I like that he uses the double of that. It's very thematically correct. Oh, good. Rot pots are good to see going in there. Okay, he is rotted. Trying to figure out what to do about those, right? Because I can't just block everything. Well, I am out of healing. Well, I don't know what to do about this. Well, that worked.
Our new lord.
Well, that's about the best I've done. I figured I'd go towards a large structure that maybe he wouldn't crash into, and somehow that worked. Whew. I mean, I'm just happy to have survived the big crash, you know? That thing is nasty. And I also am happier about the loadout on my Mimic tier.
General Radon. A pleasure to see you. Lord Mode will have you.
Oh, back up, back up. Yeah, that move, if you're not at high enough HP, that move is just such death. Kind of want to put blood on this. Maybe I'll put can have parry or frost stomp. No, I want I might try this with blood. And just see how that does for me. Yeah. I already use a spell. There's not really good chances to use spells as part of the problem. If I'm standing back while the others are tanking, I could potentially use a spell. At that point, I'm not sure what would be useful aside from maybe Glintstone Crag. Like stuff that deals frost damage. Yeah, I think I'm fine as is. I could see removing that and putting this in there instead. I'm not sure what incantations would be particularly useful. I'm going to swap stuff around, actually. I think I might take sorceries off just to see what sort of incants would be good to have. Some of these are actually kind of useful. That could be good. Probably not. Let's be realistic. I do want to try that one out. This is probably not the ideal venue for trying stuff out, but that might be good. The blood flies is potentially quite good. I could see that one being alright. I definitely would like Wrath from Afar. Yeah, I can use that one now. Where is not magic damage? Do I have the... There's Divine Fortification, but then there's the... There might be one that is different from that. Or whatever, I'll just put Divine Fortification on. Yeah, that's damage, fire damage. That would allow my shield to be able to block more things. That's probably not worth it, but I could potentially try that as well. Okay, just that way I know what it looks like. That's cool. Uses a good bit of FP. And now the shield should functionally have, like, more damage negations. Huh. Not sure if that's worth it or not. I'll put on that. Gets her on Spock in here. Bloodhound Step being an evasive and therefore defensive ability seems like it could be quite useful. And during some of that Mikula phase, being able to
General Radon. A pleasure to see
that
you.
was lower than I'd like. Like right now, I can
Belong to me. Lord Mode will have
release a couple of fly swarms. Yeah. He's about to switch. Yep. He rot ticked down. Oh, he's doing... Those random pillars are very much so there. This is some excellent music. Doing the thing again. Well, that's not good. I don't suppose you could, like, rot pot this guy, could you? Oh my goodness, there's so many AoEs, it's like, how do you time your dodges to deal with that? Oh, and we're doing this garbage again. Definitely want to be blocking that. This is not going to be a successful run unless some sort of crazy miracle happens. Yeah, there goes the Mimic. Well... Yeah, okay. Excuse me. All right. I'm not going to be bothering with trying to get spells happening in there. I don't think it's worth it. You know, I think, actually, as well, if I'm using that, that uses so little FP. I'm going to allocate... all of my flask charges to healing. So I'm not going to be bothering trying to do other stuff. I just don't think it's worth it. It's like, I don't feel like I'm really leaning into my character's strengths exactly, but I don't feel like I have a whole lot of strengths to lean into. I feel like this fight doesn't give much space for doing a whole lot of fancy stuff, right? You don't have time to cast spells. You just have to have really good fundamentals.
After all this time, but those remains do not belong to you. Lord Mose will have
Oh my goodness, that move hurts so hard. Okay. Yep. I'm gonna heal after blocking this. Yes. A rot pot him. This little rivet in the ground is actually super good. Okay, he's rotted. That's helpful. That big AoE on that final part of that combo is just ridiculous to deal with. Part of me is like, okay, I need to break this into multiple recording sessions, but that sounds terrible. Recording session that's 50% final boss fight. Probably happened previously with the other part. Be realistic here.
General Radon. Pleasure to see you. After all this time, but those remains do not belong to you. Lord Mose will have you.
Oh, interrupted his attack by phasing him. Oh, this is bad. What do you do about that? Like, he just places so many friggin' AoEs on you. It's not like we're not doing regular, just like steady damage to him, but like some of those AoEs is just absolutely brutal. Maybe I should go get the shield grease recipe book. Being able to make more of those. Shield grease doesn't require FP to use, right? It's just. Yeah. Being able to have that, in particular for that second phase, would be quite useful. But I only have 4 of them. And it is a craftable item. That's why I have to have the thing on.
A pleasure to see you. Lord Mauve will have his day.
Yeah, throw those pots at him. Yeah, that. Oh, that's obnoxious. That uses a little ton of time. Holy crap, shield grease is good stuff. It doesn't make my, like, shield's blocking affinities better, but it means I can actually block stuff. Like, look at that. Stamina consumption. It just plummets with this stuff on. And then it wore out. I need more shield grease. I need more shield grease now.
A book not for gods, but for men.
Okay, doing that again. Oh, this is really good.
Thousand-year voyage guided by compassion.
Woo! Got there! Woo! 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 Wow. Wowzereezy. What is this? Let us go together. Touch memory. Hang on. I'm gonna pick up my empty stain. I will be touching that memory in just a moment. Just in case something wonky happens. Slot that on. I'm shaking over here a little bit. Shield grease, everyone. That was the missing ingredient. Shield grease. Whew. Okay, let's enjoy this. I mean, I can't say that I don't want Mikla to win. I like his intentions. Circlet of Light. Interesting. Okay. Ooh. Let's get this off of me. Ooh. Oh, you know what I can do? Remove that. Yeah. If Ansbach is over here still. I'm going to sit down at that grace in a moment. Okay. Ansbach's no longer up there. If I can get his gear, that would be cool. But that might require getting to this ending differently. Remembrance of Radon, consort of Mikla, hewn into the Erdtree. The power of its namesake can be unlocked by the finger reader. Alternatively, Great Band of Runes. In their childhood, Mikla saw in Radon a lord, his strength and his kindness that stood in stark contrast with their afflicted selves. And so Mikla made his heartfelt wish that Radon would one day be his king consort. Fascinating. I can get up to 60 arcane with those runes. Oh. See near the entrance now. Take that statue. Ah, there's Ansbach. You did a very good job, bud. Wise Man's Mask. Ansbach's attire. Manchettes, boots. Obsidian Lamina, and Furious Blade of Ansbach. I liked him. Okay. Let's go look at those. Furious Blade of Ansbach sounds like a Blood Flame incantation. It is. Cleaves through enemies with Blood Flame Blade summoned from side of the hand. Incantation of Ansbach Pure Blood Knights. Produces a Blood Flame Blade from the side of the hand, then lunges at enemies to cleave through them, charged to increase the number of slashes. Markedly different from the finesse swordplay of the Dynast, this is an aggressive last resort of an incantation that gave rise to Ansbach's fearsome reputation. Interesting. And his weapon? Is it a good arcane scythe? Signature weapon of the Pureblood Knight Ansbach, a viciously keen and slender scythe made for combat. The obsidian edge relies not upon trickery to fulfill its violent purpose. Through skill alone, the wielder can rip and rend through foes, sowing blossoms of red upon the battlefield. Unique skill, Dynastic Sickle Play, a finessed evasive skill that creates space to maneuver. Inputs dictate direction of the backstep. Follow up with a strong attack to perform an advancing upward slash. Press strong attack again to bring the weapon back down. It is an arcane dex. Perfect for this character. I will definitely be upgrading that. Okay, what's this Circlet of Light? The Circlet of Light, which adorned Mikla's head as he returned in divine aspect, has begun to fade into nothingness. Slightly boost intelligence, faith, and arcane, while also boosting the power of Mikla's light. This circle was to be the very foundation upon which Mikla's Age of Compassion would be built, should it have ever come to pass. Interesting. The Iron Mask of Sir Ansbach, giving the appearance of a quiet, wise, old bearded man, but an old fear lurks beneath, together with the cold, unflinching discipline that once honed his blade, now employed to enhance blood oath and dynastic skills. I see. Attire of Sir Ansbach. The embroidered crest of the Pureblood Knights has now all but faded away, slightly enhances blood oath and dynastic skills. Asbach understood that keeping his oath to his old master was not an act of logic, nor would it bear any justice, but it was, for these very reasons, he was unable to let go. Oh, the arm wraps. Sun-faded and lightly soiled arm wraps wound tightly around the arms as if it might prevent them from being broken. Manchettes of Sir Ansbach. Black leather adorned with gold embroidery. Slightly enhances blood oath and dynastic skills. And his boots, which also have the same benefit. Gate of Divinity. I feel like there should be some sort of something to interact with to kind of wrap things up even further, but I'm not sure what that could possibly be. Ah, that jump scared me. That one time I was expecting it. Aha. Can't really go up there. Well, I did it, everyone. As far as I can tell, I've beaten the DLC here. That's scraggly. It's fascinating. Again, I don't necessarily mind the idea of letting kindly Mikla come to power. His heart seems to be in absolutely the right place. So there's a couple of things that I still really would like to do. First of all, I want to go back here and check out what things I can get from that remembrance. Young Lion's Helm. The golden helm worn by Radon in his younger years, proudly displaying his heroic red hair, it is fitting attire for a lion. When Millennia, Blade of Mikla, let the wrought flower blossom in Ionia, Radon heard a murmur in his ear. Mikla awaits thee, O promised consort. Interesting. Huh. Now I am the Lord of the Battlefield's lion. Yeah. You can see how this is less faded. Interesting. Proudly adorned with heroic red accents, it is fitting attire for a lion. You can see it more in its... The golden gauntlets worn by Radon in his younger years. Let's buy this armor set. Oh. There's 3 things. I'm not going to be getting this one because, as you might see, this requires 72 faith. I have a goal on a character. Annihilates foes with a pillar of light. The strength of Mikla upon his deific return, wielded as an incantation, annihilates foes with a pillar of light. Mikla sought to accept all that was and would be, but found one that refused to be embraced. No wonder, as one god and one king consort is all... No wonder, as one god and one king consort is all the world needs. Okay, these are both too much strength for this character as well. Great swords of black steel wielded by Radon in his youth. A pair of weapons decorated with a lion mane motif. Okay, so the same description. These were in his possession immediately before his triumph over the stars. The swords of a lord who does not rely on physical strength and gravity alone. So this one has the unique skill Light Speed Slash. Assume a luminous form and leap forward to deliver a downward slash at the speed of light. This attack will be followed up by an additional light attack. Charge to increase the power of the skill and the number of follow-up attacks. Imbue the 2 great swords with the light of Mikla, then deliver a slashing attack accompanied by columns of light. Additional input allows for up to 2 follow-up attacks. They're very similar, but they have different ashes of war, so that's Lord and Light. I don't really have anything that I want to get with those right now, so I'm just going to hang on to that. That's just going to happen sometimes. Because this character is not a strength character. And while she does have faith, she doesn't have that much faith. Well, okay. I want to put that there. Hans box scythe here. My Albinoric staff here. And something probably a little bit on the lighter side here. Maybe these. Okay. Also, I want much lighter armor, which is not going to be the Radon set. I'm going to put on this Circlet of Light. Also slightly boosting the power of Mikla's Light. Yeah, +1 to each is really nice. Slightly lighter. Yeah. Yeah, we're just gonna... about this Iron Rivet armor. And we'll use the Young Lion Gauntlets. And Greaves. Ooh, that's glows. Nice. That's pretty cool. That is somber. As I expected. Oh, that is a big jump up in damage numbers. I'm going to have to see how this one feels. If I like it enough, I will absolutely somber that up. But at some point, I'm going to want more regular smithing stones also. But, excuse me. That's not an immediate thing. Oh, I'll need sombers for that too. Okay. I'm going to want to try this out. I am going to need to... I want to change my spell loadout. I want to try that one in combat there. Give me a roar. That's 2 slots. No, that's 1 slot. Excellent. I want Death Rancor and stones. Okay. We're going to go run around the area a little bit and just get a feel for this weapon and some of the other stuff. I'm going to get some of the more of these somber stones. That's fine. And I can change my flask loadout as well. I want to see what this feels like. And I want to check out that bear roar. But I think this is going to end up being the last session. Because as far as I know, I've beaten all of the bosses. There's probably other things for me to find, little odds and ends here and there. Just assume that I'll be learning about them and collecting them at various points in time. But unless there's some other story thing that I do not know about, like maybe I'll figure out strategies for killing more of the friggin' enormous guys that kick my butt, you know? That sort of thing. But there'll just be more of me like learning random stuff over time and things like that. So it's not something that I feel like I need to record every detail. Okay. Okay. Otherwise, it's a scythe. That's quite an elaborate skill, though. And then that is a huge follow-up. Ruined that dog. That's kind of fun. Okay. I need to adjust some things. I think I will max this one out. I like that one. Okay. Definitely don't need that on there. And I want my FP regen. Okay, well, I definitely know there's more things to find. Let's see. Flasks. There we go. How does this one work if I'm like... Okay, that's pretty cool. So that's a regular one, but if I charge it, it really travels through them, which is cool. Okay, that's way more elaborate with some charges. Obviously, I had the problem of getting staggered by guys throwing rocks at me. I do wonder if there is an item, because I found the weapon that lets you cast sorceries with it, the rapier. And I do wonder if there's an equivalent for incantations. Sir. Hang on, I need to swap my shield grease out for my flask and just pull those off. Alright. I've explored some of those things. Yeah, I don't know. Mysteries abound. More stuff to explore and find, but I think that'll be... Is there anything else? You know what? I'm going to go all the way back here. I think I'm going to wrap up this final episode where we began. In that excellent view. Just looking out over the place. Sometimes the game mocks me. That was one of those... What is this weather? Excuse me. Well, I wanted to wrap up here with an excellent view of the Erdtree, but we had a lot of fog for a moment there. Well, that's where we're going to wrap things up. I still don't know what... You know what? You know what? We're not going to wrap things up there just yet. We will wrap things up there momentarily. But let's go back to St. Trina and just see if there's anything. Just in case there's anything going on post Mikola, St. Trina. Aha, there is. St. Trina has fallen. St. Trina's blossom. Ooh, I got a new hat. Still don't know what to do with her. St. Trina's life withered and fell, as fleeting as the seasons. At her last, she left a single water lily, slightly boosts max FP. Despite the velvety purple hue, the flower is in no way poisonous. It merely blooms in quietude. Aw, that's cool. It gives you like a little bit more FP. Not substantial. Is it a level of mind? No, it's just a little bit of FP. Very bad against piercing damage. Okay, well, now we know. I want to read that description again and mull it over a little bit. St. Trina's life withered and fell, as fleeting as the seasons. At her last, she left a single water lily. Yeah, despite the velvety purple hue, the flower is in no way poisonous. It merely blooms in quietude. There's way more going on here. I've definitely missed a bunch of stuff. I know there's at least one more Erdtree blessing fragment somewhere to complete my current set. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's another 6 beyond that to max everything out. But yeah, yep, that's... It might be possible that I will come back in the future and like show off things. There's no point in that. This is just going to be where things end. So it has been... This has been my playthrough. Here, let me turn off the HUD. But this will have been and is my my playthrough, my first playthrough of the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC for Elden Ring. It has been a fantastic time. I thank you all very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this massive series. I don't remember if it's 15 or 16 parts, but something like that. And it has been an enormous journey. So thank you all very much for watching. And until next time, everyone, take care and goodbye.